Welcome, 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 everybody. Tonight, get in here. Let's go. Let's get the show going. We've got a really, really awesome show tonight. I'm excited about it. As always, I always say that I'm excited about it, but I am, because I get to meet some of the most interesting people. And so we've got... I'm not even going to tell you the name yet. You know why. You're here. You probably heard about it. You've heard the mad rumors going around on the internet that we have an amazing, amazing person. Lee Shepherd, how are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Come on in here. If you got a chance, hit those likes, tap that screen, get this thing going. Let's get loads and loads and loads of people in here tonight for this really awesome interview. Yeah, this is going to be really, really good. And while you're at it, hey, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, jump in the Discord. We've got some other things coming up. Got a really awesome event coming up in March that you'll hear a lot more about there. So come on in, guys. Hit those likes. Hey, thank you for the heart me. Thank you for hitting that. I really appreciate that. And remember, while you are watching, take your phone, tap that thing at the bottom and tilt it sideways, and you'll have us in all the glorious wide view possible, and you'll get to see our faces in some amazing ways, in ways you probably don't want to see our faces, but you know, that's me. Come on in, guys. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a really awesome night, a really, really good interview, because this guy, is probably one of the hardest ones, and I'll tell you about that a little bit later. You'll know who this is the second he shows up, and like I said, you're probably here. Oh, I see him in the chat room. He is chatting with people, and yeah, everybody say hey to Lee David. I am actually going to go on and probably bring him in a little bit early. Give me 1 second. I'm getting ahead of myself, but we're going to pop him in here a little bit early before I do stuff. And there he is. Here he comes. Lee David, how are you tonight?
Just lovely.
Good to see you. Good to see you. So guys, come on, get those likes up. Let's get this going. Get a lot of people in here for Tooling Lee. Sandhills 3D, how are you tonight? Good to see you. Come on in. Take a seat, sit back, relax. Grab something, a drink. You know me. I like to ask, what are you drinking tonight? What are you guys drinking tonight? Lee, what are you drinking tonight?
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke. Hey, thank you. Wow. Thank you for the galaxy, Lee Shepherd. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Woohoo. Yeah, I had a friend. It's funny because he's a James Lee. And he sent me an IPA that I'm trying tonight. And he's a TikToker. He's not in the maker community in any way, but he kind of knows my shtick. And he sent me something. So
everybody's secretly a Lee, by the way.
Oh, well, and it's funny because I used to get Lee David and Lee Shepherd confused. And I know Lee David was a shepherd, Lee Shepherd, and that it all stuck together in my head. Good to see y'all. He can't compete with me today, says Lee Shepherd.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank y'all for competing. I do appreciate that. So, guys, what are y'all drinking? What are y'all bringing to the show? What do you have some food? Are you sitting back with chips and fries? Did you grab McDonald's before this started and you're ready to sit down for a nice cozy night of Asylum Live? No, probably not. But I hope you did. What are you drinking, guys? You got any food? You got anything with you? Hey, and just remember, guys, keep tapping, keep liking, share this out. The whole reason that I like to bring the creators in here is, one, I want you guys who know the creator to get to know the creators a lot better, right? But I also want to expose them to a new audience. So let's get the name Spider. Ooh, Spider's got sushi. Oh, now I want sushi. I'm going to be making spaghetti after this, so I'll be okay. But sushi, wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Spider. But yeah, so we want to expose everybody to a new audience and then just let y'all get to know the creator a lot better. Now we're going to keep going. We're about 4 minutes in, usually about 10 minutes in. I start the interview. So keep those likes going. Thank you so much for the gift so far. And how are you doing, Lee? I'm not letting you talk. How are you?
Good. No, just, been a weird week, but coming out strong. Going into the weekend strong. Let's put it that way.
That's good. That's good. How's the weather?
Weather is beautiful here. It was 78. I got up to 82 earlier, or just for a little bit there. Yeah, it was nice.
Awesome.
I love being in Texas.
I'm sure you do. I am sure you do. Texas is nice. I'm a Mississippi boy originally, so I can
Oh, there you go.
understand the allure of being down there. So I actually Sunday afternoon I hopped a train and went to Mississippi to pick up a car for a friend. And so I had a little quick whirlwind trip through all of that area and really enjoyed it. It was nice not to have to wear a jacket or a hat. So, come on, you guys, keep tapping. Hey, if you have questions for Lee, put them in there. I'm going to be watching. We're going to get to your questions at some point in time as they come through. I'll be watching the chat. He's watching the chat. We got lots of people watching the chat. And we'll get those questions asked. I have a lot. We're going to give him the nerd test tonight. We're going to go through like his childhood and psychologically look at him in a Freudian way to sit. No, not really.
Oh, no.
What's up, Nate's Print Shop? Good to see you.
My wife has called me a closet nerd for years.
A closet nerd.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that. Nate Print Shop says, Lee, with 2 exclamation points. That's awesome. Glad you guys are coming in here. Keep those likes going. Hey, we're above 1,000. That is beautiful. Doing really well, Nate. Doing really well. I think we're both going to have fun tonight on this show, on this interview.
Yeah.
So we actually meet a little early before the show, and we almost didn't stop talking. We almost just kind of kept going and straight into the show, but. We had to take a break. You know, you need those potty breaks and coffee and get your stuff that you're drinking.
Yeah. Freshen up the Diet Coke.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, what do you prefer? Do you prefer Tooling Lee or Lee?
Lee's fine.
Okay.
I mean,
or Lee David.
It's my first. Yeah. Or Lee David. Lee's my first name. So.
Okay.
And growing up, my first engineering job, there was 6 of us in engineering, and 3 of us were Lees.
That's funny. That is funny. I've had friends. It is interesting how engineers, like I've had friends in engineering places where they talk about the engineers that are there, and they either have the same name. There's like some spectrum involved somewhere. There's,
There is. Yep. Between Lee's, Jim's, Bob's, and Larry's, we had to, the president used to make jokes. He says, I can come into this company because we were 160 people. And he said, I could say Lee, Jim, Bob, and Larry and get half the company.
That's funny. That's funny. That makes me think of an old Monty Python sketch.
Right.
Can we call you Bob? Hey, Bob? Alien, how are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping your live and come on in. Alien, I tell you, he has hit the live scene. He has been designing like
I pop in there often. Yeah.
He's got a good little following building up there too. Yep. I think everybody in this room right now is doing really well.
Yeah, he's doing a good job over there.
Yeah.
I stop in there whenever I can and throw some likes and a couple roses at him,
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely got to do that.
I always think of it's like the running of the bulls. You got to throw some roses out to everybody.
I hadn't thought of it like that. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, guys, we're about 9 minutes in. We're getting close to start kicking this thing off. I just wanted to invite everybody in. Y'all keep tapping, keep those likes going. Let's get as many people in here as possible. And like I said, we're here to get to know more about Lee David, Tooling Lee, whatever we're going to call him this evening. And I may rotate, who knows? But we want to expose him to other people as well. Y'all know that my research pretty much solely exists on TikTok. I go through and watch every video posted by a creator on TikTok as I interview them. Now, if they have a YouTube channel or other things, I might float. But it's this guy, as a creator, I sat there the other night and watched him work on Fusion for like an hour. And we just sat there and had some really, really good conversation. He really embodies what this community is about. He loves to help people. He loves to just teach people things. He likes to show even the mistakes that he makes and just really get people through the minutia to where they can be printing well And, I just want to thank him for being here tonight. And
Oh, thank you.
because he does all of that, it's hard to find those little secret nuggets that nobody knows because he leaves everything on the table. Everything. So
no secrets here.
no. Yeah. Yeah, Nate,
I'm
that
just
was
really good at hiding them.
That's good. That's what NDAs are for.
That's right. That's right.
So anyway, guys, sit back, put your books, your tray tables and seat backs in their upright and locked position. We are gonna
upright.
have a blast.
Upright.
We're gonna have a blast here. So first question. Wow, where do I want to start? So where are you originally from? Let's start there.
Flushing, Michigan, which is a suburb of Flint.
Okay.
And I born there, grew up there, and then I went to night school in Flint.
Okay.
And I did drink the water, if anybody's wondering.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That was going to be the next question. So
Yep, I did drink the water.
That's cool. And so from Flint, Michigan to Texas is a long way. What caused that trip, or were there in betweens?
There was in betweens.
Okay.
So I worked for a company coming out of high school. Then I went to another company in Frankenmuth, Michigan, which is a tourist town, and bigger engineering company there.
Okay.
And then the president of that company left and went down to a shop north of Detroit. And so I kind of sent an email going, you need any engineering? And next day I had an overnight offer in FedEx to come down to Detroit with them. So I was down in Detroit for 7 years. And I was in Franklin for 13 years. And then
wow.
Then they went through a management problem, and so I went to work for the company I'm working for now outside of Chicago.
Okay.
And so I worked for them several years remotely, and then they said, no, we need you in the office. So moved over to the suburbs of Chicago up by O'Hare. And then COVID hit. And I'll be with the company 18 years here end or September.
Okay.
And they said, you don't need to be in the office anymore. We've divided your job up into several different things. So we would, we want you to take a sales tour. So they did this thing where everybody had to take a sales territory. So Texas was open, and my wife has all her siblings are down here in Texas. So it was like, well, Texas is open. Let's grab it.
Yeah,
that
makes it much
she has
easier.
two brothers that live here in the Dallas. Yep, she had two in Dallas area and two sisters in Houston.
Okay,
so
well, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's how I got here.
Your life kind of sounds like mine. I've done the Mississippi, Louisiana, kind of through and now Virginia. So I totally get that. Just things take you in interesting places and interesting directions. Yep. But that Dallas area, Dallas.
Well,
Houston,
I went
really
the opposite way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went the opposite way. I got out of the cold, came warmer, and so you kind of went.
Well, you did take that Chicago one, which kind of made you a little colder before you. Of course, I don't know how Michigan and
no.
Chicago
Michigan's
compare.
Worse.
Is it worse? Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is about all I can handle. This is a really good level for me around here. So it's been really good.
There you go. There you go.
So that's awesome. So you said you went to night school. Now was that for engineering? Was that for what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to back in the late 80s, early 90s. General Motors sponsored a lot of classes at the community colleges for their own skilled trades. And so that worked out for me because they worked during the day and went to school at night. So there was lots of engineering classes I could take at night with the GMI people and a lot of General Motors skilled trades people. So, and a lot of it was, kind of hands-on. So
okay.
it was interesting.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so have you always like kind of went towards engineering? Is that kind of what made you go that direction?
Money.
Money. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
I actually started out as an architecture major.
Ooh.
And I designed houses. I won state awards for house design. This was, you remember the 80s going into the 90s, or actually early 80s, it was all about efficiency in houses. So I had a couple state awards for house designs.
Nice.
and then I went looking to see about getting a job in that, and well, let's just say that doesn't pay very well.
Yeah.
But mechanical, which I had done well in as well, that paid a lot better, especially being in a GM town.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
let's just say that, it paid a lot better.
That makes
sense. And I
sense.
enjoyed it. I mean,
yeah, I had a friend once who was getting out of college and was going into college and kind of went, yeah, what am I going to do? Most money, electrical engineer. And that decided the trajectory of life. So totally understand that. Well, that's cool. Hey, guys, keep hitting those likes. We're above 3,000. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you for the gifts. I see we've got all these people with these names. Designing Life with Jen. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you. And thank you for the team.
Every time I see her, her name gets longer.
Yeah, I think so.
It was just Designing Life, and then...
I think the Z threw me off this time. I'm not sure what it was, but good to see y'all. Thank y'all for coming in.
She'll have Lee at the end next, so it'll be Jen Lee.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I think a lot of people kind of go through and change their names periodically. But yeah, keep hitting those likes, guys. Tap and share. I just want to get this guy in front of some more people. Find friends who don't know him, even if they aren't makers. Let's get them over here and let them meet Tooling Lee. All right, so TikTok. When did you start TikTok?
2019, I started doing a little bit, just on and off.
Okay.
I didn't really get serious until I think 21 is when I got more serious about actually, posting those things.
Sorry about that. My screens are switching and they weren't supposed to be switching. Sorry about that. Keep going.
No, but yeah, so I think it was, I actually started it for my work stuff.
Okay.
Because a lot of my customers also 3D print. Now some of it's industrial 3D printing, but they still 3D print. Okay. And see, and in manufacturing, in milling and turning and all this, we use G-code.
Right.
For programming. And what's a 3D printer? G-code.
G-code.
So for them, for a lot of manufacturing people, it's an easy step over to printing.
That makes sense. And I definitely want to dig into that a little bit more because I'm interested in the audience. But I just wanted to show y'all now, this is as far as TikTok would let me go back. So I didn't quite make it to 2019. I actually made it in a little bit of last year. But for some reason, TikTok would not let me go further. But this is the first video you find.
It's done.
Yes, that's a bamboo. So
I did a Christmas one, but I had to do one for, well, not Christmas.
Okay.
They turned out pretty nice.
I still have them.
There you go. That's awesome. That's awesome. So what inspires you to like when you are looking for a print to do? Kind of.
It's done.
Hold on. My buttons are going everywhere.
Something that entertains me.
Okay.
And then sometimes it's, I'll see other people on here print something I think's cool, so I'll go print it and see if I can do it, as good or better than they did.
Right.
But a lot of times it's my distraction from work.
Oh, okay.
Is go find something. It might sound a little silly, but go find something and that really makes me laugh or whatever. So when I pull it off the bed and I'm laughing at it, it's because I actually really enjoy what I found and I really like it. I thought that was pretty slick, so I thought I'd print it. And so it's not me faking it. I'm not putting up a fake voice or anything. I really like what I print.
Okay.
And I've had people accuse me of, oh, you're always doing that. And it's like, no, I actually like it. That's why I printed it.
No, that's also, and I also see you like, you really like kind of doing prints with groups of people. Like you just finished the snake thing where you got a group of people together and y'all all printed the snake and had a little bit of fun with that. You have, and I think
it's kind of what you said about building communities.
Right. Right. And that's what's
sorry,
important.
We got a little delay there. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. The delay, a little delay there.
Yeah.
No, it's about, when we first started the snake thing, Grim and I were talking about it, and I said, look, we want to do something simple that everybody can print, whether they have an Ender 3 or the most high-tech machine, and it's not about the quality of the print, it's about just printing it and doing a video. And you don't have to talk in a video, you don't have to show yourself in a video, just make a video.
Right.
And just to get people involved. The frog was the same thing.
Okay.
That we just did.
Yeah, everybody's doing the little croaking frog. So that's been
right.
really cool.
Yep.
Hey, Bits and Pieces by Rachel. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you for all the likes. We're at 3,758. Keep tapping, guys. Keep bringing more people in, and we're gonna keep this interview going. So that's one of the things that about you that I really, really enjoy. You engage in the community. Most of the time when I come online, there's a live going, and you're probably in it with a group of people. A lot of time, especially kind of in the early afternoon and the evenings, you seem to really enjoy that. And that's one of the things I really like about you. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I do enjoy it. I it's like being around people. They have similar hobbies and, enjoy similar things. And we all have different experiences. And so we all bring something different to the table. Yeah. But we also, enjoy some of the similar things. And it's just a point that, and we all try to keep it, non-political, just about the hobby.
Exactly.
And don't let the other distractions get in, because, it's about just what we enjoy doing.
Well, it's really funny because sometimes I'll even drop in and it's like everybody's quiet. Everybody's just working. You hear the noise of printers or somebody saying something or a telephone call and everybody's just kind of sitting around enjoying the company. I think that's cool as well.
Yep.
And so with all of that, one of the big things that Lee is good at is helping people. And that's one of the things I'm going to kind of show y'all a video real quick and want to get into that topic because that seems to be one of his specialties to me as far as really helping people solve a problem.
Done.
Here's
so funny.
Easiest way I've found to deal with these type of signs.
And so this particular one, I'm going to talk over it, was just a guy who was having a print issue. His first layer was looking a little weird.
And I bring it in,
and
it's one.
You did a stitch, and I see you do stitches like this all the time.
You're seeing because it's trying to find borders.
Matter of fact,
because everything's in the same.
My process may not be always the best process, but it worked for me, and hopefully it'll help them too.
Yeah,
I learn something every day, and if I can help someone else work through a problem, why not?
Well, and that's the other thing that was really interesting to me is that even when you're doing your videos, you may make a mistake or find a problem or solve a problem and you don't stop. Most people would stop the video and cut that part out and use it for another video, or it'd never see the light of day. But you just shoot and you go and you show the mistakes. What's the inspiration behind that? Why?
Because too many people I watch on TikTok and YouTube and all that, they only show you what's right or what's good or what they think is right. And we all make mistakes. So why not show it? Why not show the things that could happen and how to deal with them? Because you're going to run into the same problem. So if my little video helped you deal with it when it came up, it worked.
Yeah. Well, it's like I was watching you do a video the other day, and you're like, "Well, I'm trying to find this. I don't know if it was infill or something." And you're clicking on it, and you go, "Oh wait, that didn't pop up earlier."
Yep. Yeah, I did my normal thing, and then it didn't come up. So I thought I'm going to do a video and ask people if they know how to do this. And I started doing a video, and I clicked on something different. It came up. Well, I guess I don't need your help now.
Exactly. But no, that was a good one. I really like that one. Hey, Kaylin, how are you? Good to see you. Roberts 3D, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank y'all for coming in. And, that's just one of the really unique things about your channel is that you do that you show every little step of the way. Or if you're in the middle of something, you pull it out and you drop it, you show it. You just go for it and lay it. Like I said earlier, you lay it all out there.
Or you crack the bed and yeet it across the room, and it's right off the video.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Hey guys, thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you for all the likes. We're at 7,000. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. 24.2K likes as of today. Or not likes, followers as of today.
Yeah, it blows my mind every day.
But
yeah, I've never had a blow up video. I've never had a day where there's been 1,000 new followers. Never once. It's always 10, 20, 30. Once in a while, if I have a real popular video, I might see 100.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just organic. I'm not on here to build followers.
Right.
That's just a byproduct. I'm on here because I enjoy it, and I don't. I don't worry about those things.
Right.
And if it dropped to 5,000 tomorrow, oh well. I wouldn't change anything I'm doing.
Well, and you said
because
originally
that's not why I'm on here.
You said originally you were on before your customers. What was the goal when you were doing that? What were you trying to achieve there?
Just kind of like, my industry is a niche-y little industry, and a lot of us are friends in a lot of ways. You build relationships. We're not so much, it may seem like that, because I deal with every big company on the planet. But it's also, I'm dealing with them individually because my primary job, in most cases, is solving problems for them or helping them.
I gotcha.
And so you get to know them, and a lot of them have a hobby of 3D printing or art or something on the side. And so that's what got me started. I can't remember who it was, but they were like, hey, you should try TikTok. I'm on here. Go check out my page. And I was like, all right. And so I went and checked it out. I think it was a customer up here in Northern Dallas. And I went and checked it out. Went, all right. And, and then, of course, in 19, it was the guy in the skateboard, with the a Fleetwood Mac song.
Right.
But that's what was going on then. But I just kind of kept watching stuff and whatever. And I was always doing a little bit. My business account on YouTube, that thing goes back forever.
Oh, wow.
And doing product videos, though, primarily. And once in a while, I'll throw a little product thing on this one. And, one of my products. And because it's still interesting. It's still fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Because it just, it just sprays coolant and stuff everywhere. So it's always fun to watch. It looks violent.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and while you're talking about that, we're kind of talking about what you do, your job. I'm going to bring up your webpage, and you can kind of explain a little bit to us of what you do as the business is, what you actually built this website in straight code with PHP and everything. And so there's a lot of other stuff you do for this company besides just design, but kind of walk us through your day, your normie job.
My normie job. What is I do industrial tooling. And this is, what this is every machine out there that's cutting metal uses one of these, the first row there, one of those holders. And then last year I picked up the Yamawa line, and that was a friend of mine that I've harassed forever. And he finally gave me the line. So that one I represent, where the holders above we manufacture. And then if you go down to the third row down there, the farthest one to the right there, that's built my plant in Japan. The one in the middle is actually for holding parts. So when you hear about 4th axis and 5-axis 3D printing, that rotary table there, that is what that's for in metal removal, is for 4th axis and 5-axis work. It's actually a retrofit kit for old machines.
Oh, okay.
So I can take an old machine and make it into a 4th axis or 5-axis machine with that package there.
Okay.
So
okay, that's cool.
So what a lot of times what a customer will want to expand what they're doing, and so we'll come out and we'll show them, hey, you want to do, if we go 4th axis, we could do this, we could do that, and so that's why we have the products we do, and so it has its hurdles because manufacturing, depending on what they're doing, is always different, and there's always a problem, and there are always hurdles to jump, and
okay, that's awesome.
And I've been doing this. I've been doing this since '83, so I've seen a lot more than other people. So usually I can pull some material from the past and say, here's how we did it before. Maybe it'll work for you.
And we're definitely going to talk about some of that a little bit later. I definitely want to kind of get your perspective on the whole, like the universe of 3D printing and everything. I'm really excited about that. I think that's going to be a great conversation. So that's pretty cool. And so you started for them, and then you've just kind of built into a following and become a part of the community. Do you sell anything?
No.
No?
Nope.
Nope.
Now for those products you see there, I do have some trays I print for my company. Okay. For some of those products come in sets or groups, and so I have some trays I'll print here, and it's where we used to take just a piece of wood and put holes in it. Right. Well, now I print a nice tray with their name on it and all that. And,
gotcha.
And so it looks a little nicer, and and then there's a few things like that I print. Like I just reposted a video. I have a machine that cools parts that get and it pumps fluid around to it. Right. Well, it had a fish pump in it. A fish tank pump. Okay. That's what the manufacturer put in it. And of course that manufacturer's out of business. And it broke. Yeah. And the little fins off the pump broke. So I think the video is from 21 where I brought one home, I measured it up, I drew it up, and I printed it.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that one. That was cool.
Yep. And I took it in the office, threw it in there, worked perfectly. And then I took some to the customer, threw them in his machine, and it fixed it. And it's like, that worked awesome. Pretty good.
That's awesome. Sorry, I'm laughing at Kaylin. She goes, 1983, like, that's kind of close to when Jesus was born, is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, I'm from the mid 1900s.
I know. Doesn't that hurt so bad? That hurts so bad. The mid 1900s.
I was a freshman. Yeah, Texas. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had debates on who's older. I think I'm older than you, Texas. So.
I think I'm 53. I'll be 54 this year.
Yeah, I'm 57.
So there we go. There we go. So in 83, I was 13 years old. So
there you go.
There you go. There you go. I'm a 70s baby. But that's awesome. Guys, thank you for the likes. We're at 13.2K. Thank you for the gifts. Lee Shepard and Designing Life with Jen. Thank you all so much. Thank you. We got 3D Printing Viking throwing a few things in there. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Just thank you for being here for the show and liking and sharing this out to get more people here for Lee. Definitely. So that's awesome. So that's the normie job. And then you have another website that you showed me. It's called reallyme.com.
Yeah, I own reallyme.com.
Okay. That's brilliant. How much money have you been offered for that domain?
Well, somebody offered me $11,000. But it was after they tried to hack it and steal it. Okay, so I said, I've owned it since 96, so I think it's worth $45,000. And then I didn't hear from them again.
So. Yeah. I own Apartment 101, APT 101, and I've just never gotten a good offer for it.
That's a good one.
Never gotten a good offer. I always like buying domains and trying to sell them.
I keep waiting for. Yep, I was waiting for the big offer to come in, and it still hasn't. So
Yeah.
that's my retirement right there.
Yeah. Well, I just bought a domain, thememory.cloud, and I'm going to sit on that one for a little while.
Oh, cool. That's a good one.
So, I love looking at
So
those things.
my main, one of the things that I kick myself in the pants about is what I do is called Tool Holders, is the primary product that I manage today.
Okay.
And I used to own toolholder.com.
Ah.
And I gave it up to my old company. I wish I never would have. I wish I would have just kept it.
Wow.
It's actually worth something.
I bet. I bet. That's crazy. Let's see. Any comments in here? Texas Leo 75 in pesos. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're funny. All right. I'm going to take a break here for a minute and let you just kind of relax, and then I'm going to talk about my stuff, and I'll bring you back in a second. But guys,
Okay.
Thank y'all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate y'all coming and showing up. And like I like to do in each show, I want to talk about the value for value, which y'all are really, really giving in force tonight. I hope that I add value to y'all and y'all add value back. And I really appreciate the likes. That's the time part. We talk about time, talent, and treasure. And I try not to belabor this much, but it's just important. And I think it's awesome just that the way y'all participate with this. And Eskildson, you're going to make me say your name. Thank you for the gift. Time, talent, people coming in who know things. That's one of the things when we look at Tooling Lee, just the talent, the way he thinks, the way his mind works, the way he solves problems. That's an amazing talent right there that comes into the 3D printing community. I think that's important. Or you might be a graphic designer. You may be somebody who likes this type of production stuff. I'm always looking for people to help. Maybe you like to look into news and talk about the news that's happening. I'm looking for some people to help me with that. I just really want to build this up and make something amazing. And then the treasure. Y'all are giving the gifts. There's other ways through my profile to give. If you want to give to this show, all of the stuff that comes to the show goes to the show. And so actually, the quality tonight is much better. We're getting there. I'm working on my bandwidth. With the money that y'all have given me so far this year, I was able to put it with some other money I have saved up and get a GPU and some stuff for my computer to help this show go much better. And so this quality tonight is because of things that y'all have contributed to the show. And I really, really appreciate that. And I want to make this the best show possible for you. So thank y'all so much for that. The next order of business, and the last thing I'm going to do is we're going to talk about the highest watch time and the highest gift count in the last 7 days. Now, this doesn't count tonight. This was before I started the show. So highest gift count. Here are the 5 people. I want you to follow them. I want you to like all of their videos. I want you to praise them online and get people to follow them and see them. The number 1 gifter, which is awesome, I think this is only appropriate, is Lee David. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Then we got, following on up, Lee Shepard, Luna, 3D Creations, Alien Destination, and Kaylin Latera. Latera. I always say it the wrong way, I'm sure. Then we've got the highest watch time, and that's the people who come to the show and watch, or who watch my lives throughout the week. Here they are, Basana, Lee David again. Woohoo! Kaylin Latera, Evan Thurwatcher, and Polar Filaments. So those are the people this week. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a dedicated member of the community. Everybody, get over there for me and join the Discord. Jump into my profile and let's get a big group in there, because we've got a really big event coming up in March y'all need to know about. It's going to be an awesome one. We've got a lot of people involved in it, and you're going to hear more and more and more about it very, very soon. So let's get Lee back in here. Mr. Lee. Oh, there you go. Oh, we're going to get you there in a second. You're almost there. It's refreshing. We may just have... There you go. All right. We'll get you there. Have we disclosed how this is paid programming? Well, I don't know. Is it considered paid programming? If I'm giving you value and you're giving me value, maybe. So, hey, this is paid programming. No, I appreciate anything y'all do. I appreciate anything y'all give. And like I said, it goes back to the show. Woohoo! They did make it to 20K already. That's awesome. That's the quickest y'all have ever made it to 20K.
Oh, look at that.
So, all right. So the next thing I want to do is I want to show y'all his sense of humor, guys. He has a sense of humor. And this is one of the funniest things to me that I have seen him do. I laughed at this one. This one was this one's kind of close to my heart because my first machine was a Prusa. And so here's his funniest one. Love that laugh.
I had to use a 0.2 nozzle to print that.
A 0.2 nozzle. So he made a little spinner for his bamboo.
So crazy.
Yep.
Now I can print.
So Prusa likes to put his face on everything, so I thought it only needed to be on my bamboo as well.
Exactly. What my favorite part was the first website you uploaded it to.
Between bamboo.
Yeah, of course.
Printables.
If you're going to upload it, you got to upload it to Prusa's website. I mean, come
on. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's really, really awesome. That's why his cord is still good, is what Nubs says. That's why your cord's still doing well on your bamboo.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Nubs, how you doing? Good to see you. I didn't see you come in. You snuck in on me. All right. Well, so
he is stealthy.
With humor. You know, we're gonna lean into the humor a little bit because we've got our test. And y'all remember what our test is? Our test is he a nerd or not? And y'all get to vote on this one tonight. Is he a nerd or not? Oh, good. Noobs is over the flu. That's awesome. That's great. Good to hear that. So here are the nerdy questions for the evening. Now, this is the same test we gave Mitch, and we all know that everybody decided that. Nubs is already saying yes. He's already voting.
Well, you know.
Here's the same questions. Here we go. How many digits of pi do you know?
3.14115. And I can't remember if it's 9 or 19.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
I work in a 4-digit world, so.
What's your favorite TV show?
Lately?
Yeah.
I've been enjoying the second season of Halo.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite hobby?
Yep. 3D printing, pretty much.
All right. So if I start the phrase "settlers of," how do you finish the phrase?
I have no idea.
All right. Okay. All right. Do you play an instrument?
Settlers of. I do not.
You do
I
not.
have no musical talent whatsoever.
Have you ever gelled your hair?
I can't sing either. No.
How do you
I have a fro.
How do you feel about Harry Potter?
I've never watched Harry Potter. Not one episode, not one book. I've never watched one Harry Potter. Isn't that crazy?
What is the airspeed and velocity of an
I failed the nerd
swallow?
test. Isn't it 2?
All right, guys, y'all vote. Happy face for yes or crying face for no. Here you go. Let's see what the vote tally is as I ask him these next questions, guys.
There we go.
Thank you so much. We got Basana laughing his head off. Kaylin's crying, saying no. Kaylin says no. Uh-oh. Okay, we're getting some good votes in here. We've got 4 for yes and 1 for no.
Yeah.
Did you vote yes?
Well, like I told you earlier, my wife calls me a closet nerd. So
there you go. There you go. That works. That applies.
Yep.
That's awesome. So I have noticed that you like signs.
I do signs, yes.
Mm-hmm. Now,
is it entertain me
that you do signs, or you like signs, or people just started sending you signs? How did this come about?
A little bit of all those. If I see something I like, I'll try printing it. Once it went to multicolor, doing the backlit signs.
Oh,
because I used to do them in multiple pieces. Those were fun. And then, like I've done some for my brother, I've done some for other people, trying to help them out. It's interesting. I use Inkscape to convert images over instead of using a website, so I get more detail in some of the lines, and so and then I've showed people how to do it. It's all free software I use primarily, and It works good.
Okay. Do you have any videos on that in your
I
your
do.
profile? Okay. Hey, y'all look
I
for
do,
those
yep.
videos if you're interested. Are you playing with HueForge any? Have you tried any stuff there?
I was going to order some filament, and I was going to do some Charizard cards for my nephew, because he's special needs and he loves Pokemon. So I was going to try to do some things for him.
Okay. Now that's another thing, and so Pokemon seems to be kind of a new thing for you. Like you're kind of starting to get into some Pokemon stuff.
Yeah. It's because of him and my brother. My brother started a YouTube channel, and he started a TikTok channel because his son wanted him to. He wanted to do it himself, but because of his special needs, he's deathly scared of being on a camera.
I gotcha.
So my brother's doing the camera work for him. And so then I started printing some figurines for him, and then I started watching his videos, and it's like, those cards are pretty cool. Maybe I'll buy a few. And so I bought two groups of them so far, and I might have gotten a little carried away, and I might have contacted my contacts in Japan.
Oh, wow.
And have some coming in from Japan now. So, yeah, I might have got a little carried away.
Wow, that is pretty awesome. So you might have an inroad to some interesting Pokemon cards that we don't have access to over here.
Yeah. Well, then on top of that, to save freight, I'm trying to get my boss or the owner of the company to put him in a suitcase when he flies back this weekend. So
that's awesome. That is beautiful. I love that. That's cool. That's cool. It's this is the stuff that I'm talking about with Lee David, and just kind of his heart and where he is. He loves people. He really, really does. I mean, so much of what he does is helping and solving. One of the ways we really, really got to know each other, he actually helped me with a pet G problem I was having on one of my printers. And that was kind of when he and I started having some of our first discussions and everything. And just so I've gotten to know him as a person who really enjoys helping people. Somebody here, they called you like the leader of Print Talk. Like you have been dubbed the leader of Print Talk.
No. Ben is our Lord and Savior.
Okay,
in
Ben.
Print Talk. So
Ben, is this
unless you're resin
of the Pendergast variety? Is that the one we're talking about?
Oh, the Pendergast variety. Yes, that boy in space.
Okay.
And then if you're resin, of course, it has to be a Kumamods.
Yes,
so,
of course. Of course, he's a god, not a leader. So
that's true. That is true.
A little bit different.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, but that's cool. And a lot of people know you within the community, and that's what they know you for. And I know you get a lot of thanks, and I can speak for me, because I go back and watch some of your videos, and they help me. I've watched you design online, and they help me. And I really, really appreciate what you do for the 3D printing community on TikTok.
Yep. No, it's funny is a lot of times I'll see someone having a problem with something, and it's like, why is that doing that? And I try to recreate it. Because I'm just curious, why did that happen? Can I make that happen? And how do I fix it now? It's just sometimes it's just curiosity. Can I do the same thing?
Yeah.
And
that was your whole thing with me and the Pet G. You were just like, "Ooh, I want to figure that out," which I thought was awesome.
Yeah. Can I reproduce that one? Yeah.
So we were talking about the signs. Do you have a favorite sign? Or do you just love them all? They're all your children.
I think lately the only Prince one has been my favorite lately. I actually, when I printed my own award from YouTube, because of the oversight at YouTube, they didn't send me an award.
That's funny.
That's probably my prized possession right now, is my YouTube self-created award. I gotta pat myself on the back somehow,
Yeah, definitely. Well, we have Lone Star in here.
Yeah.
We have Lone Star in here saying, still new to the 3D printing community, but everyone in this community, especially Lee, has helped me so much. And so another shout out for you. So, right, Redneck Forge says Lee is my hero.
Yeah, he's just saying that.
Hey guys, thank you for the likes. Thank you. I'm seeing 22.5K likes, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts. Got a donut. There's Eskildson. I'm gonna get it one day. I'm gonna say that right eventually.
Just call him Bill.
Bill Eskildson.
Yeah, do Bill.
So
he told when I slaughtered his name the first 10 times, he said, "Just call me Bill."
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
Awesome. So guys, start putting your questions down there. If you have questions I haven't covered yet, I'm about to go through a few questions that I have just as pertains to the makerspace and to the 3D printing community overall. Just some things I want to know. And y'all type your questions in and we will finish this interview with a bang. So now, do you do anything else within the maker community than 3D printing, like laser engraving, CNC? Do you personally, not just at work?
CNC is my job, so I kind of avoid that like the plague.
Gotcha.
Off hours. And I do at my job, I used to do a lot of laser engraving as well. So again, kind of avoid that altogether. And so that in the community, I can't paint to save my life. And I'm so jealous of people that can paint. I mean, they're so good at it, and it's like, and I suck so bad at it. And so I get, and I do. I used to go around and help people with PCs on the side and some of that, but
okay,
all right.
I got you,
but not so much in creativity world.
Yeah, no, I got you. I understand. So avoiding the job at all costs is important.
Well, you got to keep that buffer there. You know.
Yep. So, what was your first 3D printer?
I had the original Anycubic Mega S.
Oh, I've seen you print one. You still print with that
one? No, that was a later one. That was or the Mega. The S was the later one. I had the first one.
Gotcha.
And then I had Ender 3, and then I bought it wasn't Ender 3. It was a knockoff. I didn't really own a Creality Ender 3 until much later.
Oh, okay.
And only because Micro Center gave it to me for $100. So, I had other Creality machines, and I went and bought that. But yeah, that I think it was a. Now work wise, we had some Stratus System stuff, and we had some. What was the other one we used to have? We had an old HP.
Oh, okay.
That and then there's some German machines we had.
Okay.
And so yeah.
That's cool. Okay, so I had a question in the room. Hold on, let me look. Oh, so Lee Shepard, I think he's trying to find your weakness. He wants to defeat you. He wants to know if you have any phobias. Okay. Do you have any phobias?
Yes, I don't like bugs.
Bugs.
I don't like bugs.
Okay. What has been your favorite printer that you've had?
The A1 has been just a fantastic little machine for me. I enjoy printing on that so much more than most of it. I like my big printers. Like if you've seen, I have the Cobra 2 Max down there. Mm-hmm. I put a PET G job down there. It was going to be 7 hours. It was going to be 12 on the A1. It was going to be 11 in the X1.
Huh.
And it's printing beautifully down there. I have that thing just flying down there. And so I've always kind of liked Anycubic. They went through kind of a weird spot there, but I've always been able to tune them really well. And
yeah, I've got the original Cobra Max,
just for
so I understand.
Okay, yep. Yeah, just for how easy it is to send stuff to it, the quality to get off of it, I enjoy that A1 a lot. That's my favorite right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite filament?
Ugh, that's a rough one. I am such a cheap person when it comes
That's
to
okay.
filament.
That's okay.
I tend to like new makers.
Okay.
You know, they tend to do well. Jo, I've had good luck with Jo.
Okay.
But new makers, I'd say, is probably my favorite.
Yeah. So Lee Shepard, he answered before you did. He said his favorite filament is cheap, cheap, cheap.
Yep. Yep.
I think we all go
Yep.
through that, and I still like every month or so I'm buying a 10-pack of 3D Max filament to my house. You know,
See,
so
I can't use that stuff anymore.
I understand. I have my good stuff. Like I'm a lot of Cookie Cat, of course, but I Protopasta and Filamentum. If I could just live with those
yep.
two, I would be a happy man.
Nice filament. Nice
Yeah.
filament.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I got a ding. What was that ding?
Yeah.
Whatever. Thank you for whatever the ding was, guys. I don't know what that one was. It didn't show me. But hey, we're at 24.6K. That is beautiful. That is awesome. Thank you, guys.
I thought maybe the dryer was done.
I know. I have all these little sounds set up, and it's only going to get better down the road.
All right.
So, all right. So, so do you have any favorite designers or designers that you look to when you're trying to solve a problem? You wanna
Problem solving, not necessarily. I like to do it on my own, but Frankly Built has always been an inspiration. What that guy can do with plastic and painting and size of things and how he can assemble them, and they look great, they function. He's always been kind of my favorite to watch. Is Frankly Built.
Okay.
And of course, Ben. I do like to watch Ben and his craziness and then, but I would say Frank is probably the guy I enjoy watching the most.
Yeah.
Even I was watching him before I even paid any attention to Joel.
Okay.
And I mean, Joel does some great stuff. No knock on Joel at all. It's just that I see the scope of what Frank builds, and you just think of the work involved to build a prop that's 20 feet long.
Yeah.
And assemble it and paint it, and there's no seam lines, and they can pick it up and whip it around, and it doesn't break.
Yep.
The skill it takes to do all that is impressive.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And Joel and Frankly Built are two spectrums. They're totally different things. So yeah, it's hard to even compare them. If someone today came to you and they said, "I want to get into 3D printing," what would you say? How would you start telling them what to do?
I don't like the approach of go buy an under 3 V2 approach. I think technology advances for a reason. And to me, I would ask them, do you want to be a technician, or do you just...
Yeah, no, and I totally agree with that approach. I think that approach is important. And that's, that's kind of those three questions. Do you like to tinker, or do you just want it to work? How much money you got, and what do you want to do with it?
Usually budget's my first question, but
right.
I thought for this podcast I would change it up a little bit there.
Yes, definitely. And so, do you have any plans to buy a new printer? What's your next printer you're thinking about?
I almost threw my hat in on the Frozen.
Because
today the Kickstarter came out on that. I almost threw my hat in on that, but I was looking at my bank account going, $869 to start, and I'm not going to see it till July. Maybe I'll let other people be the guinea pig on that one.
Let them fix the problems.
I would like to get the Gigastorm, but I just don't know where I'd put it.
Oh, I know.
I have to replace my dining room table or something. I don't think the wife will let me. But I would, rumor mill is there's going to be a bigger A1 coming out.
Right.
I'm interested in that.
Or a bigger bamboo.
Yeah, bigger bamboo.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to do, talking about signs, I'd really like to be able to do some big signs,
Yes.
And multicolor. And so.
And much larger Pokemon. You could print a lot bigger Pokemon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Some 20 20 inches and stuff. You
I
know?
love watching that guy who does them in his garage.
Oh yeah.
And then let's see. Keep questions, guys. Get some questions in there. I've seen a few, but I think I've covered most of them.
Yeah, the Giga Chad.
Yeah, Giga Chad. Gigastorm sounds like a filament hungry machine. Yep. Big printers are filament hungry machines. Yes. What's with the red rack? Like I've seen this. There's like everybody's getting red rack now. What's up with this?
Okay, so it started out as a joke. Okay. I don't know who bought it first, Ben or I.
Okay.
But one day I'm sitting there like this, and he comes on, and he goes, "Hey, where'd you get that red rack?" I said, No. Where'd you get yours? You know, and we kind of went back and forth, and then we started doing videos going, you know, if you have a red rack, you know, and stuff like that. And then, of course, we would see somebody with a black rack or a silver rack and tell, you know, you're amateur because you don't have a red rack holding your printers up. And then, of course, we sparked some other people. I think it was, I don't know if it was Chase or.
I think Chase was one of the ones I saw.
Chase bought a blue rack.
Yeah.
And she basically did a video to both Ben and I going, suck it, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, then, of course, if you bought the black rack, that's from Lowe's. And we don't talk about those people, you know. So.
Well, Lee said it's your fault he owns a red rack. So,
yeah,
Mr. Shepherd.
He blames me all the time. Yeah.
The red rack cult. That's pretty funny. Yep. Well, guys, any other questions? 3K to go. What are we aiming for here? 3K to go. I'm seeing 25.7K. I'm excited about that. I think that's awesome. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the gifts. Carrot Box, thank you. I never got to say hi to you just because we were busy talking. Thank you for the gift there. Thank you guys so much. Aiming for 30K is what they're aiming for. But
I don't play with chemicals, by the way.
So, what do you want to say to these guys in the room? What are your last thoughts that you'd like to share?
Oh, they just keep doing what you're doing. You know, just have fun with it. Don't let other people on this app distract you or get you down. Just have fun with it. And if someone gets you down, you want to yell at somebody, call me up, tell me you want to yell at me, and then yell at me for a while. I'll take it. You know, I don't care. You know, but don't let other people get you down. Do what you love. Enjoy it. You know, and just have fun with it.
Yeah. Yep. I totally agree. Totally agree with that. His last piece of wisdom, level your bed. Yes. Well, hey guys, just before we leave, and I just want to kind of do a little bit of the last, just letting y'all know things that are about to happen. So this interview, great interview. I've definitely enjoyed it, and I'm going to keep him in here because we may say a few more things.
Sure.
But one thing I want to let y'all know about is over at my website. I keep that video just wants to play over and over and over again. And see, that was supposed to be a prize at the end. I was going to go, "Hey Lee," and then play that. The interview's done, you know. But anyway,
it's done.
It's all done. It's over now. Over at my website, you can see everything, all sorts of things that are starting to come up. There's some interesting events on there that you're going to see coming up. You can see the next interview is Filomatrix. Now, do you know Filomatrix, Lee?
I do not.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see that one.
It's a filament company, pretty new. They're 2 years old, but they changed their name about 8 months ago, and they're out of Bristol, Virginia. And so we kind of tripped across each other, and we're getting ready to have that interview. I'm excited. I'm trying to do it on location, but they've got some kind of policy where they're not allowed to have tours. So which I thought was weird. So if you are in TikTok, guys, jump over to my profile and you will see in my link tree, you'll see all of the information that you need there. You'll be able to get to the Discord server. You'll be able to get to just places to find help that actually has one of the Discord servers that Lee is involved in. And that's the 3D Print Talk one over there. I meant to mention that earlier, but didn't. So there's lots of other information right here and over at the website that you might be interested in finding out, guys. So thank you, Lee. Just thank you so much for being here tonight.
Oh,
it's really
happy
fun.
to be here.
Really been fun. I've enjoyed it, and I hope maybe we can work on a few other projects together. I think I've got some interesting ideas. And guys, just thank y'all for being here. Let's see, NPC Lee live after the show. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Awesome.
My avatar will come in after.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the likes, the gifts. 29.2K is what I'm seeing right now. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the time, talent, and treasure that you give to this community and to me. I hope the value of this show, I hope you see it, and I hope y'all keep coming back. But remember, like I always say, we want to live life to the fullest, grow in wisdom and in stature, and show what we have learned generously. So thank y'all for coming tonight, and y'all have a great evening, and I'll see you around TikTok.
Good night.
Good night, guys.